since I last saw you, I started doing some cool stuff. I started coaching comedians on how to do stand-up, which is pretty cool. And that has taught me that opening jokes are really hard. They're very, very difficult to write. They're really hard to write because there's a lot of assumptions as an audience member that you have about us when you see us, when you hear us. And so it's our job as a comedian to lean into those assumptions or shatter them with jokes the entire set, okay? So there's a few different ways you could do that. First type of joke you could do is something that kind of satisfies something you're thinking and something you didn't know that you were thinking. Comedians usually do look-alike jokes to do that. Like, for example, I know that I look like if Deadpool and Cable had a baby. And that baby kind of sounded like a ghetto Muppet. Which I'm okay with because Muppets make everything better. Alrighty. So that's the first type of opening joke that I could go with. Another type of opening joke I could tell you is I can tell you a situation that I was in, and that situation tells you a lot about me without saying too much, okay? For example, a person asked me the other day how I was doing, and I told them, I've watched the Spice Girl movie twice this year. I want you to really think about that for a second. Think about the type of circumstances that a 30-something-year-old male would find himself in to watch 1997 Spice World not once, but twice in a calendar year. Also, notice the language. I did not say that I saw it twice. I said I watched it twice, okay? Seeing it implies that there was a happening already taking place that I did nothing to stop. Watching it, that means I had to go seek it out. I was on my phone and I was like, hey Google, how do I watch 1997 Spice World? And Google was like, calling a therapist right now. You're not okay. And then I had to go on eBay and I had to buy a VHS copy because DVDs were like, we're not doing that to people. So I had to buy a VHS copy off of eBay of the Spice Girls movie, and then I had to buy a VCR, because I don't own a liquor store. It's the only place you see one of those operating is behind the counter, all right? Somehow attached to a TV that looks older than the VCR. And then I watched Spice World twice this year, not on the same day. You know why that's worse, right? That means whatever bad thing happened to me one time, it happened again, all right? But the second time it was worse, because that time I had to rewind it to watch it first. Yeah, I had to steep myself in that energy for 90 seconds like, no, this is what I want to happen. Come on. You get no prizes for watching Spice World 2 times in 1 year. But if you watch it 3 times, they send you cumin for free. That's a World Spice World joke, and it's not the nerdiest joke you're gonna hear tonight, so buckle up. A third type of opening joke is I could give you a hot take or a hill that I'm willing to die on, and that tells you a lot about me as a person. For example, I'm here to tell you with full confidence I believe that Dirty Dancing Havana Nights is so much better than the original Dirty Dancing. Unless you dub the original Dirty Dancing over Muppet music. That's right. Yeah, no one puts Muppet Baby in the corner. You can't, because she's gonzo. She waka-waka'd away. These dad jokes are just gonna fall out. I'm a dad now. They're just gonna come out of me like a werewolf movie, all right? You can hear all the dads howling at the moon. Ooh, got your nose! And that's an opening bit about opening jokes. There you go, right on. Thank you.